Thought I'd give a little tour of my man cave. I got a video camera for Christmas, and I thought I would give it a shot. I'm probably not very good at this, so bear with me. I'm going to start out over here in the machine shop side of things. This is a Lagoon FTV2 knee mill. It came out of a job shop, pretty beat up. Everything works, but she's got a lot of years on it. I've rebuilt that spindle head about 4 times since I got it 10 years ago or so. Put a digital readout on it a couple years ago, and that's really come in handy. Do fairly accurate positioning and everything with it. This is some more stuff for the machine shop side of things. Just cutters, a couple cabinets behind that little gray panel with a lot of end mills and stuff like that. Collets, boring head holders, and surface plate angle gauges, and various paraphernalia for the shop. Swinging around a little bit, it's my Lagoon 14 by 40 engine lathe. It's another oldie but goodie. It still works fine. Everything's pretty tight on it. It's got a pretty good sized 3-jaw chuck, bigger 4-jaw chuck, face plates, collet closer, full set of collets down here in this cabinet, and some more accessories and stuff for the lathe. Here's my lifelong project, this cabinet I've been building for my wife for seems like forever. Just working on it, little spurts here and there. It's eventually going to hold her elephant collection. It's all quarter sawn white oak. Weighs about 200 pounds. Everything is 4/4 solid oak. Swinging around here is the back end of the lathe. Not much that you don't already know about that. Swinging around this way is sanders, a grinder, storage for nuts and bolts and hardware and stuff. You'll notice the giant dado and the leg there to get it fit. Swinging around is my little IR compressor. Bought that a couple years ago. Good little compressor. Put an automatic drain valve on it, and that's really handy. Swinging around my bench. Made this 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Made it with my old Craftsman table saw, which is saying a lot because it really is pushing it towards its limits, I think. 14 drawers, they're about 18 inches deep. There's storage behind the 2 doors for nail guns, circular saw, that kind of stuff. Good old sound center, iPod. It's great to have 4,000 or 5,000 songs at your disposal. Swinging around a little bit more, entryway door. Pretty good sized storage cabinet I got from the salvage yard. I think it's about 18 inches deep. And keep some more tools in there. Some of my Neander stuff down here. Brand new little number 62 that I got for Christmas from the love of my life. More odds and ends. Lazy Man's tool sharpener there, the Veritas. Some more hand tool, power tools. That's a little plunge base I made a couple years ago on the mill. It's got the little Bosch Colt inside of it. Just more odds and ends. Some souvenirs from various fielding trips, Hawaii and Kodiak and a few other places. Swinging around, good old paint storage cabinet that holds a lot of odds and ends. It's not fire safe, but it works. Coming back around to the unisaw. This is a Grand Edition unisaw I bought probably 97, 98. They were having some promotional deal going, so that's why it's kind of an off-white color. Kind of like it. It's different from the gray. Put the bench dog on it here, I guess last year. Put a digital readout on it. Dead nuts accurate, within the thousands if you need it. Another router down here. This one worked great, but there was a lot of bending over. That's the reason for the bench dog. Good old sled down there. A little Bessemeyer fence and a little indicator holder I held so I can It's held onto the tube by magnets and just slide it up and down the rail to fine tune with the fence. Works great. More machine shop support stuff. Old classic Kennedy rollaway top chest. 18-inch rotary table. Yeah, good old 10-inch attachment, an old Delta unit. Clamps. Lots of clamps. Made that support up there on this mill. I think it would hold a ton and a half if I wanted it to. Towards the back end of the mill is a router attachment that I made. Just swing this head 180 degrees, and I have a high-speed spindle at my disposal. Kind of limited on the height and everything because it doesn't go up and down like the table. Little sheet storage, odds and ends, and stuff leaning up against the garage door. Swing the back around. Go over here to the tool corral. Old sander, Delta sanding station that I picked up used a few years ago. It was pretty beat up when I got it, and refurbished it, and put about 80 pounds of ballast down on the bottom so it runs smooth as silk. It's real nice. Lumber storage. Amazes me how much weight these things will hold, but engineer friend of mine said it's bolted straight into the studs, so he said it shouldn't have any issues at all. Backing up, this is my 26-inch Woodmaster 5 horsepower motor. Does a great job. Picked that up from a creaker actually a couple years ago. Put a reversing switch on it for the table and digital height gauge and stuff. I'm an ex-machinist, so I like digital. Coming up forward a little bit, it's my joiner, a little 6-inch. It's way too small. 15-inch planer, dust collector. Love to have a Cyclone type, an Oneida type, but as you can tell, I just don't have room for one. This is just kind of which machine I'm using. I just plug it in. My Minimax 16. It's a great saw. It's got a 1-inch carbide tooth in it right now. I don't like to change it out very often, so I bought this little Rikon unit that's light enough I can just pick it up and put it on the end of the table saw and clamp it down and let it rip. Got a pretty good lighting in here. I got 8 4-bulb fixtures and some halogen lighting above the table saw. A little more halogen lighting right there if I needed some extra light. In the distance there you can see my gas heater that is just, I love that thing. That's one of the best investments in the shop. Just below it, it's winterized now, but it's a swamp cooler. This is the Southwest, so we use swamp coolers out here a lot. And just swinging around, just an overall view of things. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.